You must be very happy to be this year at TI because, you know, we have these two Chinese teams doing very well. Are you one of the people that got their predictions right?
You know what? This year I didn't listen to my heart. I went with my brain thinking I was going to be smart, thinking I'll give the Chinese bias a break. And I went with like Spirit 4-0. I had Tidebound 4-1 with Falcons 4-1. And then China took 1 and 2. And I was just like, all right, well, I guess this is all wrong. And I think I got 3 or 4 right. It was not great, but hey, I'm with everybody, so it works out. I'm not that stupid.
You have this tradition because I saw you so many times at TI bringing some cool merch from the Chinese scene with you and representing China Dota probably better than most Chinese fans, you know. Do you have anything for us today to look at?
I have some older stuff, some newer stuff. I got a couple of things. I didn't pack as heavy this time.
I already see that there's a friend with you that's always with you, right?
Yeah, this is the platypus Plaxico. I bring him everywhere. I got one for me and one for my nephew.
Okay.
His stays with him. I bring this everywhere with me. I take pictures of him.
Yeah, I know.
And in about a year or 2 from now, when my nephew's having full conversations, I'm going to trick him and say, do you think when you go to bed, your platypus just stays there? No, he travels the world. And I'm going to have pictures of him. I have pictures of him in Dubai. I have pictures of him in Romania, everywhere I've traveled so far. So he comes with me.
Does
he
have
flies
a
pretty
name?
well. Yeah, Plaxico.
So who is he joined by in your big backpack today?
I've got a gift for a friend of mine, Neff. It's a Jolteon. It's been in my apartment for 4 years. It was the last time, not the last time I saw Neff in person, but Neff's one of my closest friends in Dota, so I got him his favorite Pokemon. I'll start with this sweater, because this is actually my favorite sweater that I have. The Azure 2022 or 2023 sweater. I like just the color on it.
Yeah, and they have this cool, gradient. Okay, so do you remember how Azure did at TI 12?
Made it to the final day. We were in Seattle. Me and my brother were there. I took him as my +1, and I said, "We're rooting for China Dota, nothing else." And he tried. We tried to will them into a first place finish because they got together for season 3. Came in all of a sudden, top 3. Why not?
Okay.
Great team. I mean, I've got their jersey too, but this one's got.
I remember this. These were the jersey that they actually used. Oh.
The FY on the back. My favorite player of all time. I love this jersey too.
History here, right here. FY.
Yeah. FY, I can't, Lacoste hates it, but every time he plays a hero that has a glitched cosmetic, I have to say it. And I think he might be sick of me saying the amount of times he's got bleak hallucination on his Rubik and his Tusk.
All right.
And that is like, if I ever made a massive purchase in Dota, I would buy a glitched cosmetic so I could feel like FY for like 2 seconds until I jump in trying to make a play and die.
Even though he's retired, we still call him FY God.
Yeah.
And do you think there is any of these new young players coming up, is there anyone challenging his Rubik, for instance?
When Rubik was popular, I think Planet was really good with it. And Jinkyu, I mean, as a 4 just in general, I think he's definitely like impressing in those ways where he's made some amazing moves. But I don't think anybody is 1-1 with him, but they're getting there. Like I think Planet is, if you watch his Rubik play, it's insane.
What else?
Let's take a look. I got the 2014 LGD quarter zip. I don't know if that's even a quarter zip. That might be an eighth of a zip.
Right.
But this is what they were wearing when you had Somnus known as maybe at the time on the team. You had Zhao 8 on the team. But this is, LGD for the longest time was my favorite team. I loved LGD. This is same year, 2014 Vici jacket, the classic that you'd see FY walking out on. But I got this a little bit later after it was worn, but this jacket to me is important because the first event I ever went to was ESL 1 New York, 2014, and Vici won. And they were, it was when Black was on the team, and FY was on the team, and Super as well, and they wore these, they won in New York, and that was like the event where I was like, I think I want to cast Dota. I won tickets to that event. I wasn't even supposed to go. I signed up for like a newsletter for an new esports Facebook page, and the guy messages me, he goes, "You're the only person who entered. Here are 2 tickets." So I took my best friend Zach, we went, First day was 13 hours. We were there till 1 a.m. as we watched, I think, the last series with like Cloud9 in it. I mean, Narvi was in it as well. And we watched Vici win. And I didn't know it at the time, but Black was there, and we would later cast 8 years later. I got one more, I think that is it. The one more Azure jacket.
Oh, this is cool.
The most comfortable of the bunch on the inside, but just a black jacket, Azure. I think I'm giving this one away to someone around the arena. If I see them maybe today when they're looking like they're in Chinese gear, I'll be like, hey, do you want another? You got room for another jacket? You know, you need a sweater. It's a little chilly outside. Maybe they look a little cold, and I'm gonna be like, here's a Azure jacket. I like giving away a lot of the stuff that I had because I, first of all, had a lot of stuff. I still have a lot of stuff at home, but I think it's cool, especially. I'll ask a random China question and they'll be like, all right, I know the answer. I'll be like, all right, here you go. This is yours.
How actually did you discover this passion for China Dota? Because you are super special in this.
Back in 2015 when I was first starting, I was kind of looking for a place to have a niche, but also I was sick at the time, so I wasn't sleeping that well. My Crohn's was coming back. I was unable to sleep and spent my time trying to find my spot in Dota, which happened to be at the early hours. So anything after 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. I saw DPL was happening, H-Cup. Nobody was covering them really in English, and I found a spot to just stay up for 12 hours at a time and cover a bunch of Dota. It was great. And most of the time it was fun because around 6 or 7 a.m. I'd hear like my mom and dad get up, and then I'd hear the percolator of coffee, and I'm just like, oh, I don't have to move. And all of a sudden, and it's happened a few times on my stream where like a hand will come in a frame with just coffee, and then like my chat would be like, thanks mom, thanks dad, and it was just like, that's perfect. Like I love that. And they were very reluctant at first. They were like, Ben, you're not sleeping. You're just on this video game and then all of a sudden that was the mark of change. Was they were bringing me coffee. They were like, all right,
we approve.
Yeah, we approve.
What do you say? Is this the year?
I have no expectations, but I think this is the year. China Dota is winning it all.